Oh. Yes!
I don't know what it was doing. But got my new Christmas fit on today. It's a little, like, undone, but it is a nice little, like, kind of a zip-up turtleneck thingamajig. I really like these. Okay. So that's all dealt with. So we are heading over to, actually there's a question. Do I have, yeah, I've got seedlings. The closest path to this that I'm aware of is probably from Skyrest. Even though I didn't open the shortcuts and all that other stuff I'm supposed to do. Oops. And let me assess my upgrade materials real quick. I don't think I had any upgrades pending. Yeah, we've got no large duralium, no duralium chunks, so we finished with that stuff. Now, one thing I am remembering is that I might be sleeping on some Inferno sorceries that are accessed through Remembrance. I haven't checked this in forever. So I know that the Spurned Progeny has some Inferno stuff. Magma Surge. 66 mana. But let's pick it up. Oh, I apparently didn't get the Stigma of Judge Sentinel. It's not really important to me, either way. The Hollow Crow is Umbral stuff. This guy is Umbral stuff. Pieta is Radiant stuff. Hush Saint is Umbral stuff. And Harrower Derbla is Umbral stuff. Most of the Remembrances are Umbral stuff. It's just a lion's share of bosses are Umbral. I didn't find the Mirror Shards at all this run. I've been a lot less thorough than I was in my first playthrough. I'm just trying to, like, go to places and do the things that I know I need to do. There's a return effigy up here. So I don't have to worry about resting. Right? Did I walk past it? Or is it still above me? Probably still above me. There we go. Crimson Writ? Come on, I'm trying to play the game. This is probably... yeah, it's not going to allow me to progress. Flipped me and got rid of my, remainder health. Sure. Holy salts are what I have, and that's what we use. Hey there, buddy. The running attack pattern's pretty good. Okay, that guy didn't feel like he had the stats to fight me. But I don't know what's up with it, to be honest. It's also probably true that his defenses were very badly attuned to me. He did almost smite me. Like, I got half a smite bar. Honestly, I'm trying to do stuff right now. If you could not. But I didn't take any unblocked hits, and he definitely did. On at least a couple of those attacks. Oh, hey, I didn't grab this item. Doesn't matter. Alright. just want to run through a lot of this stuff, and I think we should be able to do it, more or less. Because I believe I've got a return effigy coming up before the boss. And I can place this here as well. I think the boss is just connected to the next room. So we'll just rest here. And we should be able to progress to the Light Reaper. Just through this door. And that's still gone from when I removed it earlier. Good. Let's get into Light Reaper attempts. I think Holy Salts will be the most effective here. I could also try Wither Salts. I've got a decent stockpile of that. And these Holy Salts are minor, so they're just not going to last very long. Need to do a lot of dodges here. Another dragon phase. There you are. This would be a good time to apply some minor healing. I don't really want to use the Sanguinarix here. This is going to be a bit of a long fight, because I believe he's pretty resistant to our damage types. Next, we're going to bring him down for good. I think we will try the Wither Salts. We are also very resistant to his damage. Yeah, unlike last run, I can almost stand in that stuff. This is his last phase. He's got a nice readable cadence. He's actually not hittable for a bit of that. Oh, bad time to gloat, buddy. Got him. Okay. Was that first try? I think we got him first try today, although, that was not... I mean, I tried yesterday as well, so that's not overall first try. Light Reaper stuff. I'll go ahead and place this. Remembrance of the Light Reaper. I think he also has Inferno related stuff, so that's cool. I do want to get Inferno up to 50. It's kind of one of my goals for the run. We're gonna rest, and I want to hustle over towards the Castle Bramis entrance, but we're not gonna go into Castle Bramis before we finish the conversation with Damaros. So I believe it should be this way that I'm going to unlock the pathway to the vestige. Because it's back over here. Out of the way, so you stop shooting stuff at me. Remove that. Alright, let's go give Damaros a snack. Reopened, and a little trip over to the shrine. Light Reaper flesh should be the last one she needs. All the stuff that she requires is part of the critical boss path. It's all unskippable fights, which is pretty handy. Actually, strictly speaking, I think the Light Reaper might be skippable. I'm not sure. Oh, I need to disable something real quick. I think it's my anti sleep thingamajig. Wrong thing. There we go.
In the divine sight of a deer, I consume this blessed flesh.
Part of me feels like that's gotta be bad for you. Her hand, Oh, she only has one hand. Her other hand has been chopped off to serve as her, focus thingamajig.
I'll admit I doubt, but whatever else, you're still a worthy...
All right, cool. I think if I rest here, there will be a note about her changing position. And then we're going to go back to Sky Rest real quick and check on what is available for us after beating the Light Reaper. I think we get the Inferno weapons spell. Oh no, she's still here. What's up next? Just says, Dear be praised. Executioner's Ring, ammo cost of throwables. Additional damage when wielding a weapon with both hands. Additional damage when dual wielding. Well, we are dual wielding, so we'll buy that. And that might be a pretty handy ring for us, so... Where'd it go? There it is. Alright, back to Skyrest. The Light Reaper. So you can get his swords, which scale with agility and Inferno, or his daggers, same thing. His spear, same scaling. All agility Inferno stuff. All of this says increase Inferno to gain further insight. I'm sure I have enough Inferno, and the reason I don't have the insight is because it's not in my inventory. Send forth a pair of flame blades. Could be cool. Alright, so I think Infernal Orb is a must-have. The Seared Soul is mediocre. So I want to try using either Magma Surge or Severing Blades. I think I'm going to try Severing Blades. Give that a shot. Alright, so I think what I'm supposed to do now is go to Castle Bramus, but there is one thing to kind of check on. Because I might need to start corrupting things now. I'm not sure if I need to start corrupting stuff now or after I have or after I've gone to Castle Bramus and spoken to Damaros again. So I'm gonna check on that by coming over here, and we're gonna run back over to the first beacon. It should be back this way. And I'm going to check very quickly to see if I have an option to corrupt the beacon. Or destroy it, or whatever else. Or if I only have the cleanse option. I need to be very careful what I click on, because if I accidentally cleanse it, I bork the entire run. I just botch the whole thing, right then and there. Interact. Okay, the only option is still cleanse, so we need to progress the plot line further before we're able to shut off the beacons. So let's go into Castle Bramus, and somewhere in Castle Bramus, I understand we need to speak with Damaros. This is attached to Upper Calrath. The Iron Wanderer might show up, have a tussle with us. He did. Oh, so that's the attack we got. Cool. Ow. Ouch. Managed to stick a lot of wither damage on me. That tracked a bit more than I wanted to. He also seems to have a mechanic that's just covering the field in bullshit. Yeah, he's just leaving behind pulsing zones of nonsense that make it incredibly hard to see what I'm doing. I think the damage I'm doing to him is just in general a lot less.
I think they're special.
Than when I was doing my last run. But in my last run, I had access to Radiant Weapon the entire time. And I seem to notice that adding fire damage to your weapons is weirdly difficult. Alright, let's see. So I've got Wither Salts and Frostbite Salts. I'll try Bleed Salts. Because I have them, and I really think that Wither damage probably isn't the way to go here.
I won't make the same mistake again.
Here comes his phase 2 behavior with the blinding nonsense. You know, I know why this was easier before, because I was, like, blocking him and stopping him from completing those swings. So he wasn't able to leave a bullshit floor effect behind. Yeah, he can run through a lot of effects. No, come on. I got blocked in by the lingering trail.
What's one more day?
Yeah, this is a lot harder without a shield. I'm not sure how effective the bleed salts are because I still don't know what the bleed status effect does. Need to ask some folks in the Discord, what does that actually do? I get the feeling that bleeding has an effect on posture.
You don't have the metal to carry that.
This rinky-dink cheap fireball still does more damage than the big Light Reaper slap. Oh, I couldn't cancel that to a dodge? It's a lot of health to lose. Okay, that'll wither me, or umbral me. There we go. Yeah, behaving a lot more like a mage during that fight gave me a lot more leeway to just hang back out of his zones of nonsense, and that helped tremendously. Okay. We acquired the Broken Lampbearer's Rosary, which I think is like a remembrance for him. I'm gonna rest. We will get our upgrades in to get our Inferno ever so slightly closer to that 50 we're looking for. He might have some pretty good remembrance gear, I don't know. I've been wondering what I want to do in terms of stats for the Umbral run. I was thinking I might want to use, like, a big clunky two-hander. I might want to use the Umbral Spear that you get pretty early on. There's a pretty good spear drop, I think, from the Congregation of Flesh. So there's nothing over there. This wall is real. So I think we're just progressing within Castle Bramus until we run into Damaros at some point. We're going to be down here, yeah. What's up? And I think we're looking for an umbral stairway. Oh. Excuse me. I suppose we need to transition to do much. I can't even necessarily use this spell for an AoE because it's so keen on getting blocked by this door. Like, I can just re-aim this and get some results. What about this guy? Oh, I can't really lock onto things through that door. Oh, but it leaves behind a lava zone, and the lava zone is friendly to me. Cool. Oh my goodness, it's so impossible to fight in this, like, little area. Him down. Maybe the weapon selection doesn't matter so much, and the Umbral run will be much more of a caster run. I feel like I've misplayed a lot of segments by underutilizing magic when it's so powerful. I was in the right groove of it early when I was playing, and I think I shied away from it for no real reason. Okay, so I need to run back around in any case. Yeah, I was using magic to shred some of the early bosses, but then I hit Calrath and everything's resistant to fire in either case, so... meh. Difficulty of the run certainly spiked for the build at that point. That wasn't unexpected. Executioner's Axe. That might be like a two-handed axe? Yep. Strength agility based. Anything that I can use with my stats, I can kind of see. The Fallen Lord's Sword is a playable two-hander for the build. And then, of course, there's the Pyrrhic Cultist Staff that I started with. Ah. Oh, dang it. I didn't mean to do that. I'm going to have to go back into the Umbral now. Smite salts aren't too bad to have. I do think almost everything around here is Rogar. Yeah, we had a bit of a power spike for the Manson Abbey. Everything there was kind of our favorite enemy type. Well, that's a full death, too. It's so funny. That would not have been a full death if I hadn't, like, slipped off that ledge when I had to kick the ladder. Alright. I don't think we have to refight very much, because we can just run to the ladder and proceed. I do find it weird that in the course of playing the game, I found like 4 Umbral Catalysts, but I've only found, I think, the 1 or 2, maybe, Radiant Catalysts, and only 1 Infernal Catalyst the entire time, which I got for starting as the class. Maybe if I didn't start as the class, I could have bought it from Damaros, I think. I think it would appear in the shop. There's no reason to have a duplicate of the item. Hey there, it's going good. I just took out the Light Reaper earlier, and I actually got him on the first attempt. That was nice. Here I am screwing up on this enemy type again. Yeah, he can be pretty tough. It helps that I have so much fire resistance on this run. A lot of his attacks that were, like, lethal or dangerous before were almost meaningless this time through. I missed the parry. Yeah, like, I could not take an attack like that from this enemy type when I was playing the Divine character. Oh, what? Oh, come on, I thought I dodged through that. Oh, yeah. Well, it's not even just resist gear, it's the stats. Having 50 Inferno gives me a ton of fire resistance. So a lot of these, like, fiery floor effects, I can kind of walk through. Alright. Flip side is, I'm really bad at doing damage to these enemy types. Let me put some smite salts on, and I should be able to, clown on this guy. As my damage to these, Rogar enemies is just incredibly low. What the? Get out of here. That was much better. I was thinking, let's give her a taste of her own medicine. She's like, oh yeah? My spell's way better. Actually, though, it's like our fire pillar took out a lot of her health. Right, of course, because if she's going to cast the spell, she's going to stand still in the lava pit that the spell creates. Okay, that was pretty good. Yeah, this is a pretty good spell. Alright, so here we've got some kind of thingy. Yeah, so there's that. What do we have here? Oh, hey, there's Damarose. Hey, what's up? Oh, right, this is where we fought Damarose when we were on the holy version.
In this life who've given me cause to thank them, but you're among them.
Damarose's cleaver.
Here, a little something before we part ways. Adil returns soon enough. Keep proving your faith as you have, and you'll stand. Now.
Okay, this sounds like her shop is going away. So is there anything else I want to buy here? Fist of Insight, Rogar's Reach, Fire Grenade, pretty basic. I don't want either of these things, or this pirate cultist stuff.
Now.
Okay, so she says that she is on her way out, but she hasn't given us the lead on corrupting the stuff, which I thought she was going to tell us how to do. Where's her cleaver? Damarose's cleaver requires 14 strength and 20 agility that we don't have, so it's much closer to being kind of a quality weapon, but I get it. It seems pretty cool. Are there any other weapons that are Inferno scaling that I haven't investigated? That's Umbral scaling. There's the Mangler axes. Fallen Lord sword, the great sword that I mentioned before. Axe of the Flayed that I'm already using. That's Umbral. Damarose's cleaver is infernal / agility. Taxidermist's hammer is the other Inferno weapon that I haven't really mucked with. Although it does wither damage, so the fact that it requires strength is a little weird. Iron Wayfarer's stuff scales mostly with strength, a little bit with everything else. That's Blacksmith's Pride is also Inferno / agility, but it does wither damage rather than fire damage. The Infernal Enchantress's Flail is probably the other big option that we could have gone with. It looks about as good as the Mangler Axe in terms of its maybe a little bit more burn tilted. Then we've got staffs and polearms. Nothing that I'm too concerned about. Looks like pointed sticks have Inferno scaling. It's probably not as good as the pirate cultist staff anyway. Not really concerned about it. Okay. So I'm going to look up real quick. Hey, Bazaar, thanks for stopping by the chat. I'm going to take a look at what we need to do in terms of the quest line to make sure I'm not missing anything before I proceed. So let's see. Because if I miss something, I'm going to be pretty annoyed. Okay, so I'm actually locked into the Inferno ending at this point because I've gone to Bramis without cleansing any beacons. Cool. Do not cleanse a beacon. Defeat the beacon protectors. Don't cleanse any of them. Collect the Rune of Adir. Yada yada. Explore Bramis. Fight and defeat the Sundered Monarch. Got it. Okay, so I need to proceed through Bramis normally. That's what I wanted to know. Yes, yes. I think this run is going pretty well. We're in Castle Bramis, and this is, I think this is the 4th session. Ooh, that's contestants. Right, this is the one that they want to make sure you can't target from afar because something's going to show up. Yeah, hey there. Fix that wither damage, thank you. I'll try the spell on you. That's good, I thought I might have dodged early. Okay, whew. That had me a bit worried. Yes, burn! Gotcha. Alright. Now, I think I'm still going to be short on quintessences to get another upgrade. But I know there are more later in Bramis. Okay, is this just an offshoot? Where am I actually supposed to go, then? I know we're not supposed to drop down. I've already been down there, right? So we came up here, we talked to Damaros. Was there a ladder in this room that I missed? I'm getting how this works. Was I supposed to fall through here? Nope, that's all fire. Okay. Trying to remember how this worked last time. I think there was something else, like a room back, that I missed. Because I think I remember fighting Damaros and then having to turn around. So I came in through here, I kicked down that ladder, and I progressed through here, and that seemed pretty normal. I'm gonna feel dumb once I realize where I'm supposed to go. Because I'm sure it's just a narrowly missed ledge or door or something. Okay, so you get over here, you see Damaros. There's all that stuff. Maybe I am supposed to fall down there? Is that not an area I've already been to? How do I safely fall down? No, because that's the walkway I came in on in the first place. Ladder I took. Is it up? Oh, is it up this? Here we go, here we go. Okay. There's our map. I'll go ahead and set this for convenience. Got 3 more seedlings between now and the boss. They should have put a sconce next to this door so that it's not so hard to see. I'm pretty sure I've gotten stuck on finding that door before. Okay, I remember this room had kind of a lot. I tried to run through here a couple times on my last playthrough. I got a little stuck. Ooh, fire salts. I'm just so much more tolerant to fire damage in this run. This should not be as challenging a room. Dang, witches. That's it, just keep standing in lava. I love that the spell gives lava that's friendly to me. Finally, I can exploit terrain. This is not a mimic. Always worth a pause. We get a color scheme. Pretty sure we're proceeding up this way. Trying to remember. I think we have like guys back here, maybe? Okay, so we got one of you. What hit me? Did somebody else shoot me? Oh, him. You have like a sliver of health. Alright. So from what I remember, I have to go Umbral to get through that fire. Because I got stuck on this pathing for a while. Trying to figure out what to do. Might want to get some mana stones in my equipped items. So I can keep using this fire pillar nonsense. It's a bit expensive. Oh yeah. I mean, a lot of this game is easy to get lost in. Got it. I'll go Umbral on my own terms. I actually should have just gone Umbral instead of using that Sanguinarix, since going Umbral will always put me at half health, half wither. Ah.
Rusted answer snowfall, stuff the lane along, singing the snow playing song. What's that? Oh, must be me looking.
Gotcha. At least I can tear those things up. Is it? Oh, it's a lot of stuff. Melchior's ring. Oh, that's all of Drustin's stuff. I guess he died. Oh, wait a second. That's Drustin there interacting with the Mimic. That's his lantern and a bloodstain. Yup. He got. He got the same way we often get got. And what was his ring? Melchior's ring, deal additional physical damage. Knew that his desperate plan for him and Drustin to travel to Mornstead would put his brother in danger. Justified it to himself as necessary, since Drustin had no one else to care for him anyway. It's less than the shame Melchior felt for a time. I think I picked this up, but I missed the environmental storytelling last time, which is a bit of a shame. I was just so impatient last time through because I got killed in that room so many times. Go. Get this, and that opens the way over here. Do this. Back across. I feel like I saw something else over there. Don't fall through. Infernal Slash. Ooh, spell for me. Nasty bit of poise. I need to watch out, because I am in the Umbral right now. So, Infernal Slash is summon a pair of Infernal Axes and deal an explosive blow. It seems like a powerful melee strike. Okay, back in Axiom so we can feel a bit safer. Through here we have a hit. I think that ladder is going down to our last seedling. Yes. So we're going to take advantage of that and rest to get our Sanguinarix charges back. I guess this is a pretty good seedling to place. Hands stretched out. Don't get repetitive stress injury. My right wrist has been bothering me a lot more often as of late. I'm trying to be careful about that. Ow. No, you can shoot through that, can't you? I got peppered quite a bit there. Set me on fire. Low stamina. No. Ugh, I always need to take that enemy type pretty seriously. I probably should have buffed up a little sooner when it was coming around the way. Keep going. All the weapon enchantments look pretty cool in this. Alright. Alright, we're on the far side of that earlier room. Another one of these guys with a dog. Take out the dog first. Crimson Writ. This enemy dead so that before another player comes to get me. Okay, I might not have the luxury. Hey, buddy. I will throw some magic at you. Okay. It's a critical. Got him. Stone. That is my second victorious Crimson Writ today. I'm doing a lot better. Charred letter. I don't remember if I've looked at that before. Doesn't sound familiar. Is it not under, like, upgradables and quest materials? Here it is. Charred letter. Born into noble family of lower status, Sophisa never expected or desired to rise to the position of any real power. I think I did read that before, as I vaguely remember that. Okay, we'll go ahead and set this checkpoint. Looks like this door is blocked off, and we'll need to go into the umbral. Getting our Inferno to 50, and as far as I'm concerned, our quote-unquote build is now complete. I might put some investment in Strength or Dex if I want to change up the weapons. But I think at this stage of the run, I've kind of burned through all the upgrade materials they really give you. Okay, we gotta pursue this. Yeah, I figured something was gonna bust through that to get me. Cooked. Skin steel. Ooh, ignite salts. I like those. I think I might be seeing an item over there. No, it looks like it's just a protected enemy. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Always good to have folks around. If you're interested, please enjoy the VOD later, or you can catch up with the gameplay on YouTube. But if not, just hope you have a lovely day. Okay, let's go back here and work on this stuff. Right, I need to pull that out, but I need to remove the kind of blue root thing in the jig. Missed my dodge timing there. Oh, the lava floor is so good. That's helping a lot. That's helping out so much. These crowds of guys. Has this happened to you? Being, like, stuck in a corner against way more enemies than I want to deal with. Fret no more, consumer. So I can target this guy, right? Resistances like these, I can like attack through a flamethrower and not die. It's so nice. Ah! Oh, I missed my dodge input. Could you not? He like wiggled out of my R1, so I didn't get my wither recovery at all. Got him. All right. Just had to get things to line up with them for a little bit. Jeez, that was a lot of sanguinarics. I think I used 3 or 4 charges just to deal with those guys. That person's angry. Well, that's all I remember about how this room works. They're angry, but killing them unlocks progress. That's right. They summon those things that then, like, come in, and they do fire darts. Yeah, lava's so good. Thank you, Lava Pillar, my 1-2 friend. Okay. Right. I remember, like, we need to break these crystals to make progress for a little bit, basically. Can this be walked on? No! It can't. I think I'm dead. Damn it. That really looked like you could walk on it. Alright. Well, from what I remember, those, Adir priestesses do not respawn. So some of the stuff I dealt with on the way I'll have to deal with again, but not everything. Also, I don't actually have to be in the Umbral through here, so let's do this. So up here, I fought those little guys, but they were just in the Umbral, and then over here, we had that woman who's dead now. We've got this direction. Stuff sprawls out a lot. So there's a ruiner over here with a bunch of items. I do really like Ignite Burn Salts. That's kind of my jam. That was a lot of damage. Oh, some of that lava's not mine. I thought I heard, like, a zombie standing up. He is on fire. In a way that's helpful to me, like he was taking some damage. Which is nice. Do you have any cool drops? No? Okay. I was kind of hoping, but... real door. I think I will grab my vigor. There is a lot of weird terrain jank that I seem to notice starting up around Castle Bramus. There's a little bit of this in the rest of the game. The character should automatically walk up this. I should not be able to collide with like a little lip like this. You see sometimes the character like clips through it and like reluctantly goes up it. It's very weird. Just a little bit of stuff like that. Oh my goodness, a vestige was right here. I don't believe it. That's so silly. Okay, I don't have an upgrade stocked. This is not an umbral passage. So I think we are going over this way. Let's see, so we came in through that way. So this is a fork in the path, some dogs. That's a mimic. Where does this connect to? This looks like it's a backtrack, probably. That would be my first guess. Yeah, this is a one-way door. Ooh, replete vigor skull. That's another 3,000 vigor. I could maybe get a level up out of that, but I don't care anymore. I thought that, I thought the area with Judge Cleric had the last rune tablet, but I think I might be wrong, because I didn't find it, right? You have abandoned the radiant path of the Dark Crusaders. Ha ha ha. Let me see. I mean, I clearly don't have it. So perhaps it is in Castle Bramus. Maybe I overlooked it somewhere. I'm not really concerned about getting third rune slots and things. I know it's pretty good. So this is where I came in. That's an offshoot with a backtrack. This led to that fight. I think this is where I'm supposed to go. Trappers have thankfully not been too much of a problem. I see my damage is actually neutral against these berserker types. It's not ineffective. Or raw mangler axes. You can really make a collection of these silly little axes. They are everywhere. So we've got an umbral something. It's not that there's an umbral ladder. I think it's just for a flower bed. And I know this is the way forward, so before I miss something, let me check the other offshoots. Because I recognize that area as connecting to, like, the main hall. Purifying balms. I don't even remember what those do, to be honest. Oh, that was rude. Oh, that wasn't a ruiner. You're just a regular guy. I have missed like 3 parries there. Okay, now I can stop going for it. You get in that mode where it's like, no, I need to get it. I know I can do this. It has to work. We got a one-way door. Bye. And we got a skin stealer. I'm not too worried about the skin stealer if I could focus on him. I think the guy I kicked off literally just jumped back up like a loser. It is pretty annoying sometimes that they can do that. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just go to Umbral and then kill these guys. Yeah, I was really counting on him being dead after I kicked him off an edge. But on the flip side, I don't think I've ever looted this area before. I didn't realize this was pathable. And I guess we get a little... Whoa! Honestly, if I didn't have a wall on my right, that would not have been problematic at all. Wither salts are neat. Okay, I cannot tell what part of all of this is supposed to be pathable. So I think I might need to land on that, or maybe we're just coming down here. Why does this path exist? Are we supposed to stand on these hands? Does that lead us anywhere? If anything leads us anywhere, it'd have to be up here, right? Okay, this is a very inconsistent little thing. I hate this. Okay, so some of this is platformable, but it's almost impossible to tell what actually is. And these do not connect smoothly. So I'm almost certainly not supposed to be standing on this. I'm gonna use a vestige moth to get out of here. So I'm clearly not on an intentional thing. I'm very likely to just slip and lose a bunch of vigor for no good reason. Okay, let's get back on the path of what I was doing. Headed up here. Okay, so there's a kick-down ladder. So this is the proper way to progress. Through there, I remember I didn't go that way because that's like, I know that way goes forward. I know what that is. I came up here, and when I was near the top, something landed on me, and I took a bunch of damage. He's right on top of me. The one-handed pattern is thankfully very vertical choppy. That helps here. Alright, take you out so that I have an easier time with the skin stealer down the hall. Tunda, everything. Down. Over here. Grab just a little something, and we look at this nice, lovely pit. Okay, so it seems that over here, the only route that gives us any new progress is coming down here. Okay, and then here it's clearly there's some kind of umbral connection. Let's just take another look at it. And I'm thinking let's probably go simple on it. So many of my attacks just colliding with random junk. Alright. Okay, so I had hopped down there and then hopped down there, which still seems like the right path. Yeah, that seems correct. I'm gonna go off the theory that I'm just supposed to hop down to here afterwards into this general area. But I think I've already been here. I totally have. Okay. So that route's only getting me a couple extra items from what I can tell. And then we would continue along this way. Ooh, ignite salts. Nice. Ah, bugger. Just need to kill this little friendo so I can focus. There we go. There we go. Now let's fight. Boom. Eviscerating spear. All right. And that goes back over to here.
Let us hurry, Your
That
Majesty.
for posterity.
I can take you
Can't
beyond
open
the castle
that. We can
walls,
kick this
but I'm
down.
afraid I must return. Too long, and my absence will be noted.
I'm gonna go ahead and
You've
set a
already
seedling
done more
here.
for Edvar and I than I can ever hope to.
We don't need to rest just yet because we've got 2 more uses of Sanguinarix. I could increase vigor. I don't really feel the need to, actually.
To carry out such a heinous act.
My husband is not the man he once was, but he will not take my son.
Okay, so from what I remember of this area... Right, we need the royal key. I think we go up to these stairs, do some stuff, then we start falling down on the other side. Shrunken Skull Pendant. I haven't found a new pendant in a long time. Fully charged ranged attacks deal additional damage. Okay. Strength and endurance, maximum health. Yeah, I haven't found any pendants that are particularly attuned to my current build. Okay, so our progression is not up there. Is there a way to get into either of these, like, side areas? Or do we go down through here? Okay, here's the direction we need to go. I remember roughly that what we need to do is kill another, like, caster type that's sitting in the middle. Ouch. No Sanguinarix left. That's what I was waiting for. Gets him. Alright. I'd like to find a return statue, or a return effigy. But if we're not, let's just use some Bria Stone. And, maybe some mana clusters. I have 42 large mana stone clusters. I clearly have no idea how to play a mage. Large Duralium. Cool. Okay, so the caster guy is considered live here. Smoldering Ring. I think that was actually the kind of thing that we want. Is he coming in after me? Oh, I'm getting effects pondered on me. Not a time to pause and read. That gets him. And we got the Rogar Heart. It looks like another pendant to me. Oh, my dread's super high. Like, whoa, I've never seen one of those guys just conjure in. If our dread's that bad, we don't really have the time to sit around and read items either. I think there might be a return effigy up one of these stairs or something. We're in the red zone. Sanguinarix blocked, and we are hunted. Got a lot of help. Yeah. When an extra guy showed up, I felt that there was kind of no chance. If you take him out, he's worth triple vigor. Because my dread multiplier got up pretty high by that point. I probably needed to recognize that sooner, but yeah, I didn't rest at either of my earlier opportunities. But I believe that the save point I left behind is really close to where I let myself die. It should just be, like, right here. Not a good heal. I didn't realize he could do that so quickly after his combo there. But he really chained those together in a devastating way for me. That little burn spot on the floor was hurting me. I wasn't able to take advantage of that opening. Okay. I used 2 Sanguinarics on that, which I didn't really want to do, but it is what it is. Okay. This should be a lot easier in Axiom anyway. Ugh. Wouldn't it be so great if he was not physics immune and could just fall off of this? He went flying. I seem to be getting a little Castle Bramist about. I'm just getting kind of knocked between enemy fights. I think that opens from the other side. Oh no, it actually opens in a straightforward way. Have I been at the other side of this before? Kinda, yeah. Got a ladder push. That might be close to the spot where I've set the seedling, I'm not sure. I think it is. I know I don't need to go down the ladder to look right now. And I believe here is where we're gonna have the quintessence. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Okay, well, now it's time to see if that ladder kick down was in a good spot. I know it was at like the base of a tower type of thing. I don't know if that's adjacent to this. Well, it's likelier to be up this way, in any case. It's not back here. No. It's like initial entrance to the room. Is it here? No. We've already checked that. Did I need to go down the ladder and then open something at the bottom to access the rest of the shortcut? We gotta check this out. Royal key, okay. Incinerating blast. We just get a random spell drop? That's pretty cool. It was just timing off on that. It's really bad timing to be off on. Okay, so I think it was at the far end of the hall on the right. So if I map that out in my brain noodle, I guess it's like base floor running forward along the right to get to that shortcut location. What does that actually connect to? Is it like if I did this? Wait, is there something down there? There is something. I don't know if it's useful. Okay, well there's an item I need to grab. There's another shortcut. It's nice that this main hall is... The layout of this main hall is most... Oh, whoops, I slipped. Ow. The layout of this main hall is mostly easy to understand. I remember there being something over here. So that's largely just how you get out of there. So on the right-hand side up here, yeah, I'm out of sequence. Whatever. Bookcase looks so fake. Okay, so that back there. Alright, let's see. This ladder back up to where... I'm pretty sure up this ladder is the area I wanted to keep progressing on. You do it. Ah, that connects to there. Okay. I think that's faster. We'll return for now. I think I'm going to be back in the Umbral in like 2 seconds. Because Because this is the bridge with the puzzle that I wanted to solve. It gets me a saintly quintessence. There's the royal key that I need. And I should probably kill this guy. Certain this is fake. I think this is a one-way door situation. Like, you have to be back there on the other side to open that. I think I'm not high up enough yet to access those things. I think I need to get further and then kind of turn back for it. But now that I have the royal key, there are 2 uses for the royal key. This is one of them. Alright, let's figure out how to get this quintessence. So, I think I can walk out onto this. Okay, that doesn't help me at all. At least not immediately. I'm gonna have to kill this guy so I can use the time to this. Oi, come here. That's enough out of him. So if I'm standing on here, which of these... There we go. Target that. Get that extended. And I think I can't target that one yet from here, so I need to walk over here. Walk out onto this. Then pull this over. And then I can stand on it and pull the rest away. Cool. And despite the visuals, only one side of that is walkable, the other side gets you killed. Right, and if the stairs were in their usual position, I could just go down the stairs from here. I don't need to really worry about that. You don't have to put it back the way it was or anything. Sneaky, sneaky. So now we go back down this way. And I want to go back up the burning hallway, which I believe was here. Yep, this is the one. Gets us through here, which has a flower bed. It's like a dining hall type of thing. I see there's a stigma at the head of the table. And we've got a ladder to kick down later. I would like to have more seedlings. I maybe should have bought more. I've been using them up a bit faster than is wise.
The hallowed sentinels must be stopped. We cannot tolerate this
Sword
any
of the
longer.
Flayed.
The barbarism they displayed yesterday was only the latest in a long line of offenses. But we all know that
Lord Axe, Inferno scaling.
to come.
Only 12 strength requirement, but it is a Grand Axe class. It's probably very slow. Drustin's Hammer is a simple quality weapon. Infernal Enchantress Flail. Eviscerating Spear is Agility Inferno. Conflagran't Seer Staff is a C+ Inferno scaling with fire and wither damage. Looks like a pretty good weapon.
Your Majesty.
Scouring. Other weapon I just got. Sword of the Flayed. Strength Inferno, Grand Sword, C scaling on both. Got it, got it. Out of you. Oh, hey. Sweet. I'll place one here. Oh, I actually had two. I thought I was out. I must have picked another one up that I wasn't aware of. Probably from killing those same enemy types. Oh, hey, a chest. Shield the First of the Beasts, and the Hilvit rune. Go ahead, keep conjuring your little spark thingamajiggies. Honestly, you can cast as many spells as you like if you're willing to stand in lava to do it. There are so many enemies that are content to stand still and harass you. Okay, right back to the Umbral. That's fine. That's not fine. Yeah, I was not respecting him. His loincloth has a face on it. That's neato. That only kicks us back like 2 rooms because of the Vestige Seed. A run that uses no seedlings would also be a pretty noteworthy challenge run, I think. If you're good about using Brio Stones and Mana Stones, I think it would diminish the challenge a good bit, but that could be pretty challenging. Yeah, I knock off more than 1/3 of her health because they don't really have any AI about getting out of a fire zone. And I, like, minimally harass her, and she will backpedal into the lava again. I love it. Oh, that's interesting. The dog actually just popped. There we go. I had to just fight and wait for the game to give me a chance to heal rather than trying to force the heal. There we go. That was close. Pendant of Infernal Oblation. That sounds like it might be up my alley. Deal additional damage to burning enemies. Hell yes. I think it's probably about a 10% or somewhere between a 10% or 15% boost. That tends to be how these work. The other things I found earlier, Smoldering Ring is resistance to burn. Infernal Devotion is inflicting burn, simultaneously inflicts ignite. That's one of the core items we are looking for what we're doing. Now, theoretically, I could be using 2 Mangler Axes to stack burn faster and focus just on stacking burn and ignite. That might be better. My offhand is a different weapon. I think the Flare Axe that does bleed instead. Okay, I think that's all the offshoots from this area. I think there's another door that we're looking to use the Royal Key on. Yeah, go ahead. It's very funny that you can just out fire sorceresses. I'm thinking I can just walk through this with the lamp out. Not true. All right. That is actually, like, dead in 2. 2 ticks of that fire was lethal. I don't think it cares what your resistances are. I suspect it doesn't matter. Okay, what's at the very top of this staircase? I think the tip top of the staircase might be where we need to go to progress. Yeah. The opposite side of the top of this was open all along. That's how we started this whole process. Well, that's nothing, so we don't have to worry about it. Cool. Okay. We'll return to Axiom. I don't think we need to be in the Umbral here for any particular reason, except for the cool visuals. The Lord Catalyst. So the Rogar Heart is another Inferno Catalyst with 5 spell slots on it and a B- baseline Inferno scaling. Our current one after a +7 upgrade is only on a B, giving 198 plus 153 spell power. And then the Lord Catalyst is a baseline D, but I think it has a much higher base spell power. So this is an ideal catalyst for somebody who's dabbling in Inferno. The Rogar Heart should be ideal if we're dedicated, because it's got a higher Inferno requirement to initially equip. Oh, hey, Crimson Red. If I could find an enemy to slap twice to get this Wither health off of me... Okay. Getting buffed up. Let's find good terrain to fight in. That was fast. No mercy for invaders. You invade, you're gonna find me fully buffed, running you down, and I will throw magic at you. This is what the game is. And I have met some invaders who show up and they like flash a duel symbol and I'm like, yeah, let's block the whole thing that is common in Dark Souls. Like, no, I didn't consent to this. I'm not standing at like the dueling fields. All right, before I continue, I'm gonna take a quick trip back to Skyrest and do a couple things. I want to buy more Vestige Seeds. I want to have about 4. And I would like to lock in a couple more weapon upgrades, because I think I can start upgrading this Catalyst. I've also got a Sanguinarix upgrade at the ready.
Fellow sanctified
Plus
vessel,
8.
may Aureus's divine radiance flow through me and into you.
Alrighty then.
Chosen bearer of the lamp, like you I serve.
More spare Mangler axes. These are always showing up. Spare Enchantress flails. Not looking to wield those. I do actually have a lot of extra runes. There's almost no reason to ever have more than 3 of the same rune. Just more of those. We're selling ammunition satchels in this run. I'll liquidate my Vigor Skulls.
Chosen bearer of the lamp.
Man, we got a lot of
Like
Umbral
you,
options.
I
We even have an
serve.
Umbral weapon available. The Ring of Gnawing is a pretty good one. I was here for these Vestige Seeds. Cool. I forgot why I was even talking to Mulhu. I really do want to know what this mirror is about. I think during my next run, I'm going to make a point of trying to complete the mirror. Upgrades. So I want to get the upgrades in on the Rogar Heart. So that's getting into large Duralium, and it is an A- scaling, giving it 168 plus 180. Oh no, that's what it would be at plus 6. It's 156 plus 152, so 308 spell power versus 353 spell power at the plus 7 on this. But I'm pretty sure if I keep upgrading it, it will outstrip it. So we have it up to plus 7. 4 Duralium, 4 large Duralium for the next upgrade. That's 3 more than I currently have. 198, 153, 168, 180. Yeah, it's looking about on par while being 1 level lower.
You again.
Don't have enough vigor to get another upgrade on this. But we will equip that. Okay, and now we have, we can attach spells to X and Y as well. Incinerating Blast, charge up and launch a flaming projectile. I think that's just our greater fireball option, basically. And on Y, the Infernal Hounds didn't seem too effective for their mana cost. Okay, so now when we go to cast, we've got like a whole wheel of things that you can't see because my face is in the way. So now when I look to cast, it's a big old wheel of stuff. This has a base 5 spells. Okay, well I suppose that's all I had the vigor for. We could possibly get more upgrades in. Back to the last seedling. Is this correct? Yeah, because we came down here, interact with this. This is the direction we're going. Nothing behind us. Nobody gonna jump us. We're just fighting a guy. Two of them. Oh, that was the multi-chaining along the floor thingamajig. I thought it was just a leap. I think the other one lost interest when we respawned in. Helped me a lot. I knew that one was going over my head. There we go. Messy between the two of them, but there we go. Whoop. That was a lot of trouble for a little bit of frostbite salts. Is evading those guys and getting through this door is probably a much easier way of dealing with that. The swaddling cloth, I believe, is a quest item for an NPC that I've never found or interacted with. The Lord's Mask. Down here, and this is the other side of one of the bookcases. But the direction for us to go to proceed is actually to jump down onto something over here, from what I remember. Fire wards, pretty handy. You know, I forgot to use wards when I was fighting both Dervla and Judge Cleric. I could have just been using holy wards against Judge Cleric, and I probably would not have been getting wrecked so much. I need to be conscious of all the things that will be coming after me. But with that character should die. He's definitely got some model jank going on there. The graphics of that staff are not happy. Right. This is a cliff. That's a very misleading thing, because often the game will use like boards and planks like that to section something off that is accessible. In this case, they're doing a little sneaky on you. Okay, I'm gonna set this, but there's definitely like 2 earlier offshoots. So there's this up here that I uncovered by killing that guy. Conflagrant Seer. That's the name of that enemy then. The Conflagrant Seer. So back up over this way. It's definitely this path. Okay, so that gets us to a different flower bed. And this actually brings us back to the vestige. Okay. So the fact that I set up a flower bed up ahead means we don't have to worry about it. But we could be running from the vestige without much trouble. So we've got the route up there, and then we've got something that was back down here. I think this... I don't know if I went down this way before. Oh, well, maybe there's nothing important down here at all. Maybe it's just the one umbral flower bed, and that's all you get. Let's rest. I think we're about to come up on the boss, if I remember correctly. A little looser, maybe. Loosen up. Hey, Mimic. I really do need to use Lucky Paws and Charmed Paws more in my next run, especially since we noted near the end of this that one of my spells actually came from an enemy dropping it, which is loosely insane to me. But it might mean that to get a full retinue of spell casting, you have to farm certain enemies sometimes. Alright, let's go after our buddy the Sundered Monarch. I'm just gonna give him some little hot feet. Hitting about 1,000 damage per spell cast out of this. Does at least 3. Is it 4? Oh, missed that dodge. Ow. He's a big boy with a big tendency to stand in lava pools. Gonna be creating those at a lot of opportunities. Missed that two-step. That'll put us in Umbra. Charging attack. Yeah. Our physical defense also isn't so great, especially compared to last time. So that's noteworthy. See, I need to be a little bit more considerate about when I'm setting lava plumes versus when I'm attacking. And I think I want to try Wither Salts. Got a pretty good amount of them. It's a very umbral boss, so I think the most effective thing is actually probably Smite Salts and Holy Damage, but we don't really have access to that anyway, so no worries. We do what we can. And we won't apply those until we're going into the second phase. There we go. Bad choice of healing time. All right. One. Forget if he has a distinct phase 2. If he does, this is it. Okay, it's 2 fire waves, got it. And we're burning now. Sword Rain also has a, like, ground-based damage. Got it. I think that is a full-blown grab attempt. Right, swords. Right, that's the one that comes with the blast. It's the sweep, then slam. Out of mana, okay. Can this affect you? Didn't think so. That's new. I totally had that dodge. That's kind of bold. Ooh, what an endurance match. As with Judge Cleric, our damage output against him is pretty low. We are out of poison salts. I think poison might be effective against him. Am I entirely out of poison salts, or am I just out of the good poison salts? I am entirely out of poison salts. I don't even have minor poison salts. Okay, okay. Well, let's get back in there, give it another go. I don't really think there are any better spells for me to use. I do think Wither Salts are effective enough. It certainly does a bit more damage. Before I rely on that, though, do I still have... I have two more Holy Salts and one more Smite Salts. Those should be the most effective, so let's give them another try. Might as well pick the Vigor up. I don't have to look at it. The damage per fireball is not too bad for what it is. That too early. Oh, he was still going. Oh my goodness. Okay, I've just blown through like all my sanguinarics. But he's not done yet. That was a bad timing, I think, to use that. Worked out. I'm gonna let myself burn rather than using the Sanguinarix here. Because I don't want to heal and then have some of the health instantly lost to the status effect. Now we Sanguinarix. Oh, that was a faster follow-up than expected? Okay, yeah, his backswing there came way faster than I thought it would. I thought I always have time to do an R1 in between those swings. But I couldn't even cancel out fast enough for that. Honestly, he just clowned me with one sequence in phase 1. I used so much Sanguinarix. I could also try switching up to, like, resistance rings or something, but I think it's a losing fight. I think we just fight him like this. Probably hold the Holy Salts until phase 2 with the limited number. So, we use Frostbite in phase 1. I don't know if Frostbite's any good against him. We'll see. That'll be enough damage to get him to start. Yep, okay, so it's 2,500 is when he makes the transition to the real fight. I dodged too early by a lot. I got pinned by his leg. I thought I had that dodge, actually. I think we're gonna have the phase change pretty soon. Yeah, it's just faster phase 2. He got me before I could heal as well. I got a little off kilter because of the terrain effect. Okay, so that's got a knockback on the third hit. I didn't know. I haven't been that close to it. I caught that attack correctly this time. So that's new. Oh, okay, this is the run around type attack. I missed the second pulse on that. The dodge timing didn't have quite correct. I got set on fire. That's bad. Guess he can do that multiple times. I messed up the dodge. Start hammering on the Brio Stone. A little bit of lag. Hopefully that stops happening in a moment. That's, yeah, stuff under me. Mana's low. I get the feeling he's going to go for a heal effect. He's actually dying. That might just be his final cry to, like, wander back over to the statue of his dead wife. That's pretty dope. I don't remember if I saw that last time. And who knows, if he gets all the way over here, maybe he dies in a cinematic fashion rather than healing up. It's not a chance I was eager to take, but I'd be interested to know. The Rogar were fighting against him. The Rogar are here to subjugate him, is my read on that. All right. And now we should be proceeding towards our ending. I don't know what'll show up to oppose us in the very end. Let's find out.
Justin, I'm sorry. This was all my fault. I just wanted things to be better for us. Forgive me. No, get that away from...
Drustin. I thought Drustin was the, I'm trying to recall, who that is. I don't think Drustin's anybody we interact with along the way, right? Wait. I thought Drustin and Melchior were the two brothers. But how is he, like, involved with the Rogar? What's going on with that? Or is this, like, Saint... I thought there was also a Saint Drustin. I need notes. If I had written this down, I'd be able to keep track of it. But without having done that, it's tough. We got a ring as a result of that, I think. Oh, no. A ring was indicated in the... Okay, yeah. Melchior and Drustin were the two brothers. Oh, that's just showing us that Melchior is dead. This is Melchior in the very end, letting us know what happened to him.
Drustin, I'm sorry. This was all my fault. I just wanted things to be better for us.
Yeah.
Forgive me.
The Rogar got him, basically.
No, get that away from...
So I think the Rogar make more Rogar in, like, an infectious way by feeding other people Rogar flesh. And there is Damarose's items because she has, like, become one with a deer.
I have been watching you, my devoted child. There is none more courageous than one who would open their eyes in a world where others would see them blind. And you have proven your strength in the felling of those sacrifices necessary, human and Rogar alike, to earn an audience with me. Welcome, and may your faith steal you further still, for your holy work is not yet done.
I think that you can actually get up here and complete the Infernal Route without completing Damarose's plotline by just not feeding her the 3 flesh types. But as long as you come here to a deer without cleansing any beacons, I think this happens.
Mankind betrayed me out of a misguided desire for their own rule, their own age, and in the millennia they have had to shape their own destiny. See what they have made of it. War, greed, hatred, suffering, chaos. They believed they were capable of shepherding themselves, but have proven themselves.
There's like
sorely
a
mistaken.
subtle warping effect.
Mankind
Very,
needs
like,
me.
purposeful
Now
distortion of
more than ever.
things.
You bear my rune, the greatest weapon I ever created. And all it need do is exist. Such is the weakness inherent in the hearts of humans, including those arrogant enough to play at being gods. But even such a weapon can still be refined, enhanced.
Here you are, my
Through
master.
my blessing, the rune is made greater still. Use it to snuff out the blasphemous magic which binds me. Then confront the treacherous witch Azel, the self-proclaimed judge. And let her learn of the patience and righteous retribution of which a god is capable.
Izel. Okay, so I figure Izel is my new final boss then. We have a couple places to visit then. I did miss the third runic tablet. Lost track of it, I guess. I don't remember where it was supposed to be. Do I have materials to do more upgrading? I think so. So we are gonna go back to Skyrest. I wonder if anybody's caught on to the fact that I'm evil. Pretty sure the third rune tablet is somewhere up near the Judge Cleric fight or in that area in general. So I'll just make that my first revisit point when I'm going back around to take care of business. And we also got Miranda's Touch, another Inferno Catalyst, 154 plus 47 as the baseline. It's got better scaling. Better scaling than the Lord Catalyst. I believe this is Damarosa's Catalyst. No telling if it's any better fully upgraded.
Ah, you again.
I'm going to do these upgrades kind of one at a time. Okay, so next is 8 large Duralium. I think I won't be able to make that.
Ah, you again.
No, I can buy that much. But I can't afford the upgrade now. Okay. All right, so let's run back over to the Empyrean. And we're going to corrupt this one first. And we'll keep our eyes peeled for the rune tablet so that we can hand that back off to Sparky. I know this one isn't the rune tablet. It's just here to get me in trouble. It is a ring, though. That's neat. There's the death laser. Like, I am absolutely gonna get lasered because I'm not gonna fight this NPC to the death. Axiom. Guess these folks would like to stop me from doing what I intend to do. Okay, so it looks like I will have to win this fight. Oh, she did the double laser. Okay. So we'll take this a bit slower and we'll fight it out in the courtyard. This is a pretty difficult enemy mash. I think it'll be pretty likely for there to be more sets of baddies like this in other areas, too. Reinforcements to help hold us off from actually corrupting these. Now this one on the way in is not going to be able to catch up. I think we should be able to just run through the place front to back. Oh. Nope, that's the loosened sword shield. Okay. Oh. She's healing herself while she's on fire. That'll do. Okay. What's this? Random drops, kinda. She goes for the res, but we'll burn her. She won't get it in time. Oh, we actually already accomplished our goal. I didn't need to run back in here. It's already corrupted. Anything else back here for us to do? There is a remembrance back here.
Make your cut, Vermingard.
They're sacrificing to make all this nonsense happen. Fat load of good it did them. But it doesn't look like I found the runic tablet back over here, so... Maybe it was in the torture tower thingamajig. I skipped that entire area. I don't really need to be here. Let's use a vestige moth to get out. I do want to check the new remembrances I've gotten access to. Go back to Skyrest for that. 1 beacon corrupted out of 5. I believe it's 5. I double check my remembrances. Oh, wrong thing. This time through, I found 2 antediluvian chisels. The first run, I only found 1. Judge Cleric's stuff is all going to be radiant flavor, right? Oh no, she does have 1 Inferno spell, and a corrupted banner javelin inflicts physical and fire damage. The presence of the Rune of Adir poisoned the mind of the cleric, as it did so many others. But by that time, hers was already a mind in which watchfulness had become paranoia. Faith had become fanaticism, and strength had become ruthlessness. So we'll take the Pyroclastic Stone spell. Another good old burn spell. The Sundered Monarch as the Queen's Head Hammer, requiring a whopping amount of strength, unsurprisingly, doing a split of strength and physical and fire damage, with pretty good strength and Inferno scaling. The Heavy Memento is a shield, a big strength requirement. And the Melted Crown is there for lore. The Infernal Decree spell looks like it could be pretty fun, so we'll grab it. I think spells that attack from the floor or from the sky or from different angles than head-on have a good amount of utility. Is like attacking along the angles and dealing with intervening bits of terrain are such a big deal throughout the entire game. I can get one more upgrade onto this Inferno Catalyst as well. Oh no, it was, I forgot how much I needed by a little bit.
You again.
Might be able to sell off a couple things to make it work. Like half these fire wards that I kept forgetting to use throughout the game. Yeah, I could have gotten a lot more mileage out of wards this run. I was neglectful. I mean, I could sell off a lot of pieces of gear that I'm just not going to use. Always an option. This hat is a root clump. Yeah, that's a hat, I guess. That technically qualifies as a hat. Just a couple duplicate pieces of armor from cases where I got the random drop and then later got the set. Bountiful Ring is item discovery. You find it very late in the game, though. Oh, that also increases Inferno attribute scaling. I have another thing that reads exactly the same. Increase Inferno scaling, increase Inferno scaling. I think these might be higher tier runes. Hard to tell how much benefit you get from some of these. So, I think my Mangler Axe scaling... Well, it's easier to read on the Axe of the Flayed. So, the Axe of the Flayed is currently a B. If I change that out for this guy... and I look at it again, it still says B here, so this might be showing me the pre-rune thing. It's very difficult to measure how much these scaling things change. But I'm going to take a wild guess that these are better because I found them later in the game. Poise damage, posture damage, increased physical damage, increased strength scaling. That's probably a better effect for me. And we did sell enough to afford that. We won't be able to capstone it because I don't know where to find another chunk. Okay, next is we go to the hamlet and walk backwards from the hamlet. So we've got one here in the hamlet, one in Calrath, Upper Calrath, I believe. And then that'll make 3 total. Then we've got one in the Frozen Fief, and I'm actually forgetting where our last beacon is. Yeah, I very clearly remember the one here, the one behind Judge Cleric, the one in the Fief. Oh yeah, we get a lot of goons here to try and stop us. I want to focus out the Hound Mistresses first. think her aggression bugged out a little bit there. What was this spell? I never got to try it. Oh, okay, that's pretty nice. Very damaging for this enemy type. Very expensive, I'm out of mana. I think we try to finish you off by cheating. Here. Works for me. Boom. Okay. Ooh, large Duralium. Makes sense. That's a pretty advanced enemy type. They do a good job about enemies who use a particular tactic. Like, ranged enemies drop ammunition satchels. It's pretty obvious. Casters drop mana stones. And you do wind up with quite a lot of this stuff. I remember item discovery is actually a very relevant stat in Bloodborne, to the point where one of the things that sucks about the BL4 challenge run, you naturally get fewer drops. Because you can't really enhance your item discovery the way you can in other runs. Okay, so I think the next one to go for is going to be the Upper Calrath one, that I think is most closely connected to this. So if I remember right, I think I have to run kind of towards the arena and then do something weird. Let's see. And I can kind of use that guy as a visual landmark, because that is the one I'm going for. It'd be super cool, too, if all the Rogar would, like, lay off and not be here to get in my way. Which might actually be the case. I think they'll just be replaced with a couple Hallowed Sentinels. Yep. Did learn from the other one that this counts. Oh, that's a thing. Bleed salts. Yeah, sure. Guess I left that behind before. I didn't even bother to walk over here this time through. And yeah, I guess the Rogar are not going to get in our way for this whole bit that we're going through. Alright, that's a ladder. Like, why is it, why are the moths alerting me to something? I need to use a Vestige Moth to speed this up. Next is the Thief of the Chill Curse. So we've got the Swamp, Calrath, Chill Curse. I'm definitely forgetting one of these. I don't know if it's closer to the Thief or the Nest. I think it's probably a lot closer to the Nest, because I think it's right after the boss. Yeah, it's right after the crow. Because that's like narratives and shit. Narratively, you don't want to give the player access to the beacon before they've overcome the major challenge of the area. But this variety of enemies is not even a problem. What's behind you? Certainly behind him was something that could have been more relevant, but... Okay, I think the last beacon was actually in a tower. Oh, hey, that's another Duralium chunk. Sweet. I could max out my casting thingy-majig. So I think the last one was actually in a tower that was like, part of Fitzroy's Gorge or something. Or it was like between the mine and something else. Yeah, I think the closest thing to it is probably the Shrine of a Deer. So I think we gotta come out of here and then maybe cross the bridge. And there's something over there before we get to Calrath proper. What do you think about me, dog? You peaceful? No? Okay, yeah, so that tower way up there is not being all squiggly and angry. But it looks like that's actually maybe in Lower Calrath. Let's go to the ale house, and we'll poke my head out and look around. I do remember that this is like some random tower somewhere. It's that way. If it's connected to this, then I have to walk, like, all the way to the end of Lower Calrath. Theoretically do. Yeah, I didn't see the ladder quickly enough, so these things happen sometimes. I don't remember if I can go from here. I don't think I can travel from here. I'm about to, though. Excuse me. Come on now. This is getting back towards the entrance of Lower Calrath, as I'll have the vestige here. Quick little rest on my corrupting journey. That is a pit that I just ran into.
In light we walk.
So now this is before getting into Lower Calrath. Oh, hey. Oh, well, there's one of the glass shards that I missed. They're probably all in the Umbral, then. If that one was in an Umbral chest. I suppose that's a risk of, like, knowing a bit more of what you're doing. Is that if you're not going out of your way to put yourself in the Umbral, you're gonna miss some Umbral stuff. Was it this tower? I can't tell because I can't see the top. That's freaking out. I think it's one of these guys around here. I think I'm in the correct vicinity. Right, there's a return effigy here. This tower you can't actually get to the top of while you're in the Umbral because those extra roots appear and block you off. Precarious climb. Okay, I think this isn't it. There's just like a big torch at the top of this one. And there's another tower that has what I need. So, let me see. It's that guy. Okay, yeah, I mean, that's super far away. What the heck is that connected to? So, so there's the bridge. That's gotta be... Oh, no, it's at the top of the, Torturer Tower. That's it. And that... I think that's the only thing it can be. So I think my fastest way to get there is to warp to the Empyrean and then turn around. So I guess that location is at least a little bit necessary. Oh wait, no, it's not to go to the Empyrean and turn around, because it's not attached to... the Empyrean is behind the Abbey, and it's not attached to the Abbey. It's a splinter off before you go to the Abbey. So I go to the Abbey, I turn around, and I should get it. Yeah, because that's it there. And to get to the top of the tower, I believe I do need to beat the entire tower, including the boss at the bottom. I have to get a key. I have to get, like, I have to get access to the lift, and then ride the lift all the way up to the top. So we've got one more area to clear. But we should be a little over-leveled for it at this point. Oh, right, there's a boss here, too. Finish dying? What's going on? I think that dude had, like, a sliver of health left and decided to make it my problem. Can't open this, we have to go around the side. Ending the game as a spellcaster with over 40 Mana Stone clusters must be my great shame. Like, I severely underused throwing a dang fireball. This pillar is cracked, though. This lava plume thingamajig. No, that's not a walk through it thing? Right. Oh, I see. Place is pretty close quarters, so put two hands on a weapon. This will get us out of our wither health. I can't make that jump, so. Guys. Ow. Go. That was a little dangerous. There are definitely some spots I can drop down to there that might get me extra secrets. Like, little bits of treasure. Not really on the lookout for little bits of treasure right now. If I had correctly remembered that I had to clear this place, I probably would have done this instead of going after our Harrower Dervla when I was trying to get tougher for Judge Cleric. Okay, that looked walkable, but my character started to slide. It was not kind. Okay. Ooh. Infernal Guardian. Neat. Sounds good. I think somewhere around here should be the front door, which I can open up as a just-in-case kind of shortcut. There we go. There's the ladder. Kicking him wasn't really going to help me very much. Okay, if I kick him, I'm just going to have to fight him in a moment. Yeah, we'll set an effigy here. I mean, this is our last bit of things to get through. We're not gonna need the effigies after. We can't take them with us. Faint vigor skulls. I believe I need to hit a lever somewhere. There it is. Is there anything over here I want to grab? Enhanced poisoning knife. Not too important. You see, none of you stand a chance, because I am practiced in the art of the claw grip. So I am perfectly capable of navigating around all of you while managing a camera, and often responding to attacks that I'm not actually looking at. Doing this for a while. I think it's fair to say that I'm a Souls veteran. One of these had a ladder off. I thought. Is there a ladder behind you? Are you hiding it from me? What? That's the one. Is there something behind you? Aha! That's probably what I needed. They were blocking the ladder. Let's see here. This. Radiant Purifier Catalyst. Heal. We need the key in order to open this to get to the lift. And over here, I remember there's a very tragic stigma. Oh no, is this not the place? I guess it's just where they throw the bodies. I think this is my last seedling before the boss fight. So we'll rest at this. I don't need to level up the character anymore. What level are we, actually? Level 72. Yeah, 15 endurance, 35 vitality, 50 Inferno is definitely enough to beat the run. I think, like, about in the 70s is a fair point to expect your build to capstone for New Game. Got no idea how hard New Game Plus goes. Not sure how the game scales. We have seen this before. Where is your little friend? Okay, yeah. Ah, over this way? There he is. Why aren't you popping? Okay, finally I got him vulnerable. Jeez. Tancred's weapon is a pretty cool one. Oh, I dodged a little too early. I better have a magical ass phase 2. Apparently we got a critical there. That's pretty cool. Okay, he's got some special critical mechanic that I was not aware of previously. There's 2 of those. I'm like tangled up. Yeah, we'll go into Umbral here. Yeah, I took I got slapped out of my withered health after the transition. That was no good. So that was closer than I thought after a rubbish phase 1. I just really couldn't get his Umbral Guardian to pop. It was infuriating. Because we do such good damage to him in phase 1. But yeah, I'm thinking phase 2 probably has a magical weak point like on his back or something. that if we tag, he immediately goes into a critical state. And it looks like our lava plume is triggering that very trivially. Premature heal attempt. Oh, wow. I got a little wreck there. Quite have the time to go for a heavy there. He is actually immune to that mechanic. So I definitely tagged him, but he decided that he was not going to go along with it. I think there's like lore behind that. Oh, he did it twice, okay. Definitely did not want to get hit by that. There's phase one. I see what it is. I think he's got, he might have Bloodborne style limb breaks. Yeah. So our spell that makes a damage pool on the floor is naturally pretty good at triggering those. There we go. Pretty cool that he has such a specific vulnerability, and it really does lean into, like, burning the monster, in this particular case, of the build I have. It's actually a shame none of the other bosses have a mechanic like that. It's very Bloodborne-esque. I think Vicar Amelia is one of the most fun fights in all of Soulsborne-dom because she has that kind of mechanic where hitting her in different places puts her into a lock. It's very empowering, and it's definitely a moment in Bloodborne where it's like, prove that you've learned how Bloodborne works. Which is really cool. As if you understand how Bloodborne works, Vicar Amelia is trivial. And there are other bosses that preserve their difficulty in a bit of a better way. I could go back and get more upgrades. I could level up the character. I don't think it matters much. I went the wrong way. Whoops, got turned around after the rest. Because I think I just walk up to this elevator, hit the lever twice, and then that puts us at the top. We corrupt the beacon. I guess we do have one fight after that, theoretically, with Isel. As Adir, our lord, told us. Let's see, we need to hit the up lever. All I know about Isel is that she is linked to Pyada. We'll open this for posterity. Want something to do, but I also don't trust the physics of any object in motion in a Soulsborne game. So I'm like, yeah, I'm dodging around just because, but I'm a little worried it's going to cause me to throw out of bounds or something. Map of the Abbey. Okay, so I didn't find the runestone while I was up here. I completely forgot where the third rune carving is. Okay. That being done. I'm going to use the Vestige Moth to return to our warp point. Now we'll use that to go back to Skyrest. And then I'll try to figure out where I have to go or what I have to do to go after Isel. I did find just one glass shard for the mirror frame. So I did want to free Sparky this run. And I seem to have missed one of the necessary items. I'm not going to root around for it at this point. We're going to say that that is a next run thing. My Axe the Flayed could go up to +9 if I buy 3 more large Duralium.
You again.
Checking on what's available. Increase strength, increase agility at the cost of strength. The rest of these don't really matter. So we get a +9 upgrade on my Axe the Flayed. And I don't think I particularly wanted to experiment with other things. Pirate Cultist Flail does not even have Inferno scaling. That's weird. Yeah, okay.
You again.
She only ever sells minor fire salts. What a ripoff. If she sold some better fire salts, I'd be all over it. I do also wish that the one other goon who sells utility items was more apt to stick around. You know what I've been up to?
While the beacon should remain, I would have you seek out as proof, for only in can we hope to this land to
Oh,
offer.
boy.
Also, they are already you serve a higher purpose,
Yeah, I'm
Crusader.
running around corrupting stuff and you don't even know.
To strive in darkness, in light we walk.
Yeah, because I would gladly liquidate the rest of my vigor into salts and things. I forget his name. He's the little cloaked dude. But yeah, anyways.
That stone. When I was a girl with the iris, I felt I lost the stone, but now hear it. I wish I could say the same of you. The Abbey is the... It pains me to sisters, but I take comfort, except those who... The Abbey, it pains me to see it in sisters, but I take... Except those who...
So, I've corrupted all the beacons. Can I go talk to a deer? Will he, like, fill me in on what I need to do? I don't know where to go for this final showdown. So I can quickly run back over to a deer. Across here. If I'm remembering the right path to go. I think it was up this stairs and then somewhere. Like, I think it's just up these stairs and I'm in the throne room again, right? Yeah, okay. And if I look out from here, can I see all of the beacons? I can see 3 of them pretty clearly from this angle. But I think Bramis is actually kind of... It's not quite central on the map, but it's not at one of the extreme edges of the map either, so I don't think you can see anything from here in any case. Like back here? No. I always feel the urge to check behind thrones and things like that in games. I think thrones are like waterfalls in that way.
Finally, the salvation of mankind is at hand. Go forth, my herald, and in my divine name, usher it in. Go forth.
Okay, same dialogue. Go forth where? Okay, so... Is there any logic I can use to deduce where I need to go? I'm coming up short, but I have 2 thoughts nonetheless. And they're loosely just based on kind of what I would do design-wise. So I'm gonna go to the arena where I fought Pieta, because that's a good boss arena that if they reused would be, you know, sensible design. The spot where I fought Judge Cleric is also a place that I think they could reuse if they wanted to. So if there's something that changes or spawns differently, it could be over there. I think I'm going to check this spot, and if there's nothing here, I'm just going to consult the internet. Yeah, because I think we're in a moon logic scenario where I could wander all around the game world without figuring out where to go. Okay, what's the logic? Okay, So we have to go. We have to go to Judge Cleric and talk to Judge Cleric after we have corrupted all the beacons. And you know what? That was like my third guess about where to go. Was that it was somewhere around Judge Cleric's arena? Don't believe I missed the third runestone. Crimson Ritual, come on. Okay, I can't leave this room. Well, this is gonna be a bit of a problem. Yeah, got a critical on me. Mixed in the kicks, and we got him. That was tough. Oh wait, there's something back here. A map of the Empyrean. That's not very important. Okay. Now that that's dealt with, and I can go do what I was trying to do, thank you very much. I feel much more capable of dealing with Crimson Rituals for whatever reason. I think it might be because this build is dual wielding, and I just naturally have higher damage output relative to a lot of other player builds. A lot of other people are dual wielding too. That guy dual wielding daggers has been one of the most problematic builds thus far. Oh, these guys respawn? Gross. Yeah, he's gonna laser me from across the arena. Of course you will. Given that these guys respawn, I think what we need to do here is definitely get a seedbed down, or get a seedling down. So I think I might have to come through this more than once to get this. Mostly, I think I'm gonna have to come at this with full Sanguinarix charges, and the Crimson Ritual cost me a bit much. Damn it. Reset aggro. There we go. Okay. I do wish this was a non-respawning set of enemies. Okay. There's the pack dealt with. It's not that bad, it just requires a bit of focus. Enter the cleric's mind. Ooh, we got like a sinister overture to this. What is going on in here? This is a very, I don't know which part of this is sinister, her or us. There's just like a girl with some flowers who gives us this cold stare. Like she's the end of a hallway in the Overlook Hotel. I can't lock on to her in particular. So, are we converting Judge Cleric back over to Adir's side because she was once a priestess of Adir? At least that's my understanding of Judge Cleric. Or did we yank a person out of Judge Cleric? We're no longer in the mental realm.
Rise, my Rogar Lord.
Is this person the host of Adir, and they were sealed by Judge Cleric, and we've broken that? In the form of one who had once imprisoned him, the exile Adir finally returns home. I see. And so begins his second reign. One informed by a rage born of betrayal. At his right hand, his infernal champion, but the first of Adir's new Rogar lords. A flame reignited amidst ashes. Very good. We have completed the Adir ending, the second of 3 endings. The next time we sit down, we will be beginning the Umbral ending, starting from New Game Plus with another new character. I need to figure out what kind of build I'm going to be going for that character and how that's going to lean. I don't recall if there is a starting character class that actually has an Umbral persuasion. I think there is. But I do want to use a different weapon set. We were dual wielding through this run, so I'm not sure if I want to dual wield at all, but I might try dual wielding daggers or fist weapons or something like that. And I'm not sure if I want to cast or not. There's a ton of Umbral spellcasting. And I did get the sense playing through Radiant, the Radiant spells were very meh. And if you're going to do radiant casting at all, you're meant to blend it with other things. And I actually think that, like, radiant archery or radiant thrown weapons are probably more sound as a playstyle than radiant spellcasting. You're getting a couple buffs. You're not getting anything, like, that's very directly damaging. The radiant weapon buff is accessible pretty early and is very good because the smite effect is very good. Playing through Infernal feels a lot more like a direct spellcaster, like you're meant to throw out damaging magic. And when I started getting in the flow of a reliable damage spell, it felt like a more stable build for taking out bosses. I think also, the bosses don't really, like, let you get away with spellcasting on them for free, and the damage you inflict with spellcasting, it's not a big outlier, and if you want to get through with just spellcasting, you do have to be using your items and things like that, because you're not going to be able to kill an entire boss off one mana bar, no matter what kind of spell you're throwing at them. So I think it was pretty balanced within the game. Like, and I think Dark Souls has gotten this right as well, by and large. I think if you're doing a magic build, it's pretty fair and balanced compared to the other kinds of builds you can do until you get to the big outliers. Like, if you are super leveled up, shooting like the giant laser attack, it's not balanced anymore, because I think at some point, Dark Souls doesn't really care. You make your own balance when you're playing... Well, Elden Ring doesn't really care. You make your own balance when you're playing Elden Ring. But for, like, Dark Souls 3, if you're doing a spellcasting build, it's pretty in line with the rest of the game. In Dark Souls 1, spellcasting was notably easier and notably more powerful in a lot of ways. Like, you could be throwing pyromancy that just one-shots bosses back in the day. And I wasn't getting that here. It was pretty balanced for the most part. Most bosses will run you down or are not content to let you sit back. I didn't use summons, which probably helped with the fairness of it. Certainly, if I was doing summons or co-op, that's not like a balanced challenge. At least, from my experience with the other Souls-like games, it's not a balanced challenge. Although, ultimately, co-op in most of these games has been so... it's kind of awkward to actually sit down and do co-op. If you're doing co-op as a sidebar, where you are occasionally being summoned to help people, that is kind of fun and pretty good. But if you're trying to co-op with a friend as a manner of progressing through the game together, you need some mods to make it feel good. It's having to constantly be summoned back in and deal with invasions or whatever else is very fun. Although I like that in the other Dark Souls games, dealing with invasions is a cost that you accept when you decide you're going to play co-op. And in here, Crimson Ritual's not like that. You just get invaded. I did get to a point where I was pretty comfortable at addressing Crimson Rituals, and actually for all of today, we did not lose a Crimson Ritual despite about 4 or 5 invasions, which is pretty good. Over the course of the second run, I think I only got killed by the Crimson Ritual maybe twice, tops. All right, we're gonna advance through the credits. I want to see the class unlock. The new class unlock is the Lord, gifted with the inhuman strength and ferocity of the Rogar as a reward for their loyalty to Adir. This exalted warrior carries out the will of their god while leaving a trail of butchery and incineration in their wake. An accessible class which trades mobility and speed for sheer power. Yeah, looks like we start with the Lord's Catalyst, the Lord's Axe, the full Lord's gear set, and this class actually starts up with 2 rings, which is pretty notable. I think that's kind of the benefit of the prestige classes. I will not start a new journey. We'll leave this character as he is, in the event that we want to run around and gather other stuff, be completionist, blah, 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 some other time, which I don't think I want to do right now. I'm going to go to main menu, and I actually want to check what the character classes are before I log off for the night, to think about how the new run starts.